What's going on, guys? It's Devin. I'm here today with Salem Talks, and we're at Devine Distillers. We're going to talk to the owner, talk about how he got started, why the Salem community, talk a little bit about some of the different things that they do. So follow us as we go along, and at the very end, we're going to have some fun taste tests. So I'm here with Ed, who is the production manager. He's going to tell us a little bit about the contraptions back here and what's going on.
This is Audrey. She's set up currently, she's a pot still, but she's set up right now as a continuous distillation still, meaning we don't shut her down. We feed wine in here, it goes through the process, and it comes out a strip here.
And so what is a strip wine?
Well, what a strip is in the distillation world is the first step into making a two-process spirit. We strip it down, it comes in, the wine right now is about 13%. We strip it down and she's coming out right now about 42%. A lot of flavors and all this. We'll take that again and we'll run it through the still behind you, which is called Bertha. This is, for us, you can consider it a space saver. You take a lot of 1,000 gallons of wine, you reduce it down to less than that. Also with this, it makes it shelf stable. Like beer or a wash for like a whiskey, it will mold, it will go bad. If you strip it, then it's shelf stable. The only thing is in here is alcohol, water, and some flavors. It can sit for a long time, but you don't have to worry about it. And then you can put it in, for me, I put it into my processing queue when I get enough of it or when I need to run it for a product that we're actually getting ready to put out. So that's what this does. And she's been running now. This is our experimental stage. She's been running almost 7 days straight. She started at 11 o'clock on Tuesday, and I have not had to really touch her. Kind of tend a little bit and keep pumping up her tank, but for the most part she looks stable.
You guys saw how most of the product was made here, and now we're going to sit down with the owner, Jason, who has been a part of the Salem community and runs this beautiful establishment, Devine Distillers. And he's going to give us a little bit of insight on some of the different flavors and how they come up with the profiles that they do. So Jason, first of all, how long have you guys been here in Salem?
We've been in Salem for 3 years. Okay. It will be 3 years this August when we opened up our doors, and we incorporated about 3¼ years ago.
Nice. And I actually had an opportunity to try you guys. I believe it was at the Salem Fly event.
Fly Salem event.
Fly Salem, that's what it was. So really cool event. If you guys were not able to check that out, you missed a good one. But that was my first experience with you guys, and it was phenomenal. So I know COVID kind of knocked you guys out for a little bit. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, so COVID hit about 2 weeks into our move to our new location, so we weren't able to move to our new location. We were kind of stuck in between. We were still in the old space. In here, we were paying rent in both places, couldn't find people to help us move, so we were kind of stuck. And then we ended up doing sanitizer, and we asked the owner of the old building if he would let us stay so that we could continue doing sanitizer for the community. So for the next 3 months, he let us stay free of rent, which was really awesome. So that we could produce sanitizer, and we produced and gave away over $300,000 worth of sanitizer to the city and state.
That's so cool. Tell me a little, all right, so I saw how it was made. Ed told us about that. We heard the COVID story, which is phenomenal, and I love that you guys are such a big part of this community here in Salem. Now, tell me a little bit about what we're going to try, at least a few things today, how you come up with your flavors, the profiles. I heard a little bit of an interesting backstory while I was coming in, so fill me in on that.
Well, so everything we do is sourced locally, except for our agave spirit, which is sourced from Mexico, the agave. Every other bit that we do, every other product that we have is made from a local source. Mm-hmm. We get all our fruits from the Willamette Valley with the exception of watermelon, which comes from Hermiston. Mm-hmm. And all the other fruits, we make 26 different fruit brandies, and everything is sourced here within about 26 miles of Salem.
So cool.
And so that takes care of about 26 products, our apple brandy, our pear, our peach, all of them from local Salem farms. Then our rum is also sourced from the Willamette Valley, and as is our agave. So our agave is sourced from Mexico. Mm-hmm. But our vodka is sourced from a local cow farm here in the Willamette Valley. So TMK Creamery and us have partnered to produce what we believe to be the world's only whey vodka.
Wow. Whey vodka. So for all you fitness fanatics like myself out there, you can get your protein and your vodka too in the same spot, huh?
Trying to.
Awesome. So I know we're going to try a couple of things today.
Yep.
Real quick before I start, I want to ask about the Pandan, because the very first time I had ever heard about you guys was from a good friend of mine, Andrew Frink, and he had mentioned that the Pandan was the thing to try. So I don't know if that'll be in the flight today. If not, that's fine, but tell me a little bit about that. It's a pretty unique flavor.
It is a very unique flavor. So I would go back to Pandan because we have about 6 flavors that only we make in the world. And Pandan is one of them. And it is Pandan is a leaf that grows in Southeast Asia, and they use it in desserts. And when they make desserts, they use Pandan as part of their dessert. They make sticky rice and all things like that. So ours is bright green because Pandan comes out bright green, and it's a leaf. So it, the flavor profile of Pandan. And yeah, I will give you guys Pandan as part of your flight.
Sweet.
So
you guys can see how.
And if you will wait for me for just one second,
not a problem.
I'm going to grab the new bottles.
Ooh.
So these are the new bottles.
Ooh, I like that.
This is our own design. These bottles that we have, they're based on the 9 layers of hell. So all our name comes from Dante's Divine Comedy, and we have I designed these bottles myself so that they would have 9 layers, so that you could feel as if you're going through the 9 layers of hell. And this is our new bottles.
I love it. Awesome. So Jason's going to put a flight together for me really quick. We're going to try this and see how things shake out. All right, so we got the flight put together. Let's talk a little bit about what we have going on here. Let me know what all of these are.
So we have our apple brandy, we have our Pandan rum, we have our whiskey in the center, and which will be coming out soon. And then we have our aged rum and our agave spirit.
All right. I'm going to leave the Pandan for last because that's the one that I'm most excited for. So this one right here, what is this guy?
That, I believe, is our agave spirit.
All right, so this is the agave spirit, and I heard you talking about how your agave that you choose is a little bit different than what most people choose.
Right.
So let me know about that while I try this.
Absolutely. So what when people drink tequila, it's to be made with blue agave plants.
And I love tequila.
And we use an heirloom agave that is sustainably harvested and picked up from Mexico, and it helps local farmers. What we do is, it's a wild plant that gets sustainably harvested every 2 years. They go down there on even numbered years, go down there, harvest these plants, and it helps these farmers keep this land natural.
So not only helping out in the Salem community, but worldwide. So let's try this one. It's good. You can definitely taste the agave. It's not too sweet, but it's very, very smooth.
That particular spirit got named Smoothest Spirit at the World Tequila Mezcal Challenge.
Go figure. I know my tequila. This guy over here.
That is apple brandy. That is probably our most awarded brandy. It's made with apples from Stevens Farms here in Salem. And it's also made a little bit in cooperation with several of the local cideries here.
Sweet. My wife's a huge cider fan. I love apples, so let's give this one a try. Lots of flavor. Again, not too overly sweet. You can definitely taste the crisp of the apple, and definitely has a good brandy flavor to it. So another great one. Let's go here because I know the whiskey's in the middle.
Is our aged rum. We just wanted to do a rum because we do a lot of island stuff, especially with having Shaka Bra here, who's moved in at the beginning of the year. And we've always wanted to do rums, so we have several rums, and the Pandan is a base, and this is just our regular aged rum.
All right, can't go wrong with a good rum. Good.
Yeah, it's a very smooth, very easy to drink.
I was gonna say, no bite. This is something you could, I could drink that with ice, no problem, all day long, or throw some Coke in it and you're even better.
And most of our products are made so that you can just drink them straight up and straight up neat, and then
It's the best way to drink it.
If you want to mix them, you can, but you don't have to.
Yeah. This one I was able to sample just a little bit earlier. This was your whiskey.
Yep.
And it's barrel aged?
It's barrel aged. We are aging it in 5 separate different woods, and we're selling them in little barrels, starting probably, we're hoping for Father's Day.
Okay, ooh, perfect, which is 2 days after my birthday. So for everybody out there, June 15th and June 18th, keep in mind. And I like that one. Definitely taste kind of it's got like a sweet, kind of oaky, but not too smoky flavor to it.
Right, so that's from the American oak that it's aged in. That's just one small component of what's actually going to be sold.
Sure.
We're also aging it with a Brazilian hardwood called Amburana. We're aging it with maple wood, and so the finished product will have a lot more complexity than even that.
That's awesome. And then now to the Hulk juice, or pandan, as they call it. Real quick, what's the basis behind this one?
So this is the base is our clear rum that has been infused with the pandan leaf from Southeast Asia.
All right, and this is the one everybody has told me has to be tried. Oh wow!
It is completely different. It is completely different.
I can't even explain. It's wow, that has a very unique flavor, and it's good. Anybody that comes down to Devine Distillers, make sure that you guys come in, get a flight. What's an average flight run?
Flights are $15.
So flights are $15. What is an average bottle run if I wanted to come in and grab, say, the pandan or one of your other bottles, just in average?
So we do between $28 and up to $70 for our strawberry. It really depends on the product and how much that fruit cost us to bring in. We make the same profit per bottle, just so that if anyone looks at the bottle and they're like, this is $70, we're still making the same $8 per bottle.
And that's awesome. And remember that when you guys come in and you buy a bottle, you're not only supporting Jason and his team, but you're also supporting the local Oregon farmers that they're buying produce from to be able to make this.
Right.
So not a bad price at all. You're gonna spend $28 on a decent bottle of alcohol anywhere else. So keep your dollars inside Salem and make sure you come give these guys a try. So you can find Jason at Devine Distillers at the corner of 25th and Gilchrist.
Yep.
So right by the Salem airport. You guys are open
Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7.
So Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7. What is this one we're in?
That is coffee.
Ooh, and to top it off, a little bit of coffee. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That does it for this edition of Salem Talks. We're here with Jason at Devine Distillers. Thank you for letting me come in.
Thank you for coming, and thanks everyone for watching.
All right, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.